Hi everyone, this is Simon from 40K On Point, the channel that quantify Warhammer 40K. This video describes Craftworld's Elite choice using predefined metrics. If you want to know more about the metric used, please follow the link in the description. The following non-character units will be assessed in this video. The first unit that we're going to assess are the Fire Dragons. For 115 points in 9th edition, you can have 5 Fire Dragons. Mind you, in this visual right now, we're having Fire Dragons for the 8th edition pointing. In the next videos, we're going to have 9th edition pointings. That overall, the unit costs 115 points. That gives you 5 models that have a pretty standard Craftworld stat line, except they're saved that are 3+, and they have access to the fusion gun, which is a very good short-range anti-tank weapon. The Fire Dragon's overall value is assessed to be at 110%. What give the basis of that score is its very high anti-tank shooting capacity. 668 is over 3 times the average score of a dedicated anti-tank shooting unit, so it's extremely efficient at shooting vehicles and monsters. However, its fortitude is extremely low at 1 star, so you're overall paying 16.49 points per normalized wound, so it's extremely high. It's 65% higher than a normal unit, so you are paying that to compensate for the very strong anti-tank shooting capacity. The second unit assessed are the Hauling Banshees. They have also the standard Craftworld infantry stat line with a 4+ save, but they are moving extremely fast and they have the ability to charge even if they advance, so it's a very fast unit. Is basically armed with Power Sword, however with a strength of 3. Because of this, the overall value of the unit is assessed to be at 79%. Of course, it reached 4 star in mobility, a very mobile unit. However, even if it does deliver some punch and melee, it failed to compensate for the very fragile status of the unit that gives its fortitude score at 1255. So you do not reach enough damage output to get to that score. That's why it's a unit that is considered below average. Also, for 75 points, you are getting 5 Striking Scorpion, with including 1 Exarch armed with Scorpion Claw, which is an excellent unit. They have a standard Craftworld stat line, except their save and their number of attack that is increased. That gives a solid solid unit for the price and a good capacity in melee. Also, the unit is able to infiltrate, which increases its mobility. At 75 points, the overall unit is assessed to be worth 147% its value. Its strength is definitely in melee, where it's able to, per point, give a good shot at vehicle thanks to the Scorpion Claw, but is also having a very strong score at a fighting unit. Its fortitude score is almost normal, even if it has the toughness 3. It's compensated with the armor save 3+. The mobility is increased because of its infiltration capacity. So overall, a very good unit for the Craftworld. So for 200 points, you are getting 5 Raid Blades. The Raid Blades are much tougher than your normal Craftworld infantry, with toughness 6 and 3 wounds per model. And they have access to a good melee weapon, However, the cost of 40 point per model is quite high. The raid blades did not perform well in our matrix, and it's reaching an overall score of 57% of its value because they have no capacity in shooting. So that gives a score of 0, and even if they have a very good fortitude score per point, so they are very resistant unit per point, they are unable to reach an offensive output that is good enough. Finally, for 190 points, we are getting 5 raid guard, which are also like the raid blade, very solid and defensive unit per point, but also they are having the raid cannon and the raid fist, so they have the ability to strike both in melee and close combat. That gives us a good unit that is worth 120% its value, thanks to its very strong anti-tank shooting capacity and its solid build that you're only paying 8.01 point per normalized wound, which is lower than average. It also has some capacity in shooting personnel, melee, so because it's having a little bit of score, it does help bringing the unit a little bit up, and that gives a overall good unit. The following are the overall values of the Craftworld Elite choice. They have some very good unit and other that are maybe less efficient. I think we're not going to see in tournament a lot of Howling Banshees and Raid Blades, but we might see some Striking Scorpion and Raid Guards, and possibly some Fire Dragons. Elite choice for Craftworld gave us 2 strong choice from anti-tank options. One is if it's oriented towards efficiency, but you don't expect it to survive very long, then you would have the Fire Dragons, and it's reaching an astonishing, if you mix it with Doom, at 8.58 point of damage in average per 100 point of Fire Dragon. So it's extremely efficient. It's 4 times more efficient than a dedicated anti-tank standard unit, so very good for killing big things. And if you're looking more for durability, then the Raid Guards with Protect and Conceal psychic powers, they give a very good result in bringing the unit worth its 165% its value, so very good choice for the Eldar. The Striking Scorpion is also an excellent choice and gives a good resistance by any Eldar standard. And I think that would be a very interesting choice for action, as it can deep strike, and also it can have some options to increase its defensive posture when it is in concealment. Also with you mix it with some force multipliers like Doom and Jinx, and it becomes a very good powerhouse in close combat for its value. But mind you, it's a 75 point unit, so maybe it's better to use it for more its ability to do actions or to hold ground. This video describes the elite choice of Craftworld using normalized metrics. Please feel free to comment below on how to increase the efficiency of such unit or how to deal with them. Also, subscribe if you like this content. I will upload all the 40k units using the same method and the same metrics. Thanks for watching.